Right, let's continue with exercise 2501. So this is looking at simplifying ratios. So exercise 25.01. All right. Now, let's have a look at question 6. Now, question 6 uses different types of fractions here. In fact, different types of numbers altogether. In fact, look at number 7, we have the same problem. So I'm actually going to do 6 first, and I'll come back and do 7, but essentially we don't want to deal with non-whole numbers. We want whole numbers if we can. And it's true, some ratios expressed using decimals and so on, like 1.5 to 1 and things like that. But if possible, we tend to avoid that, and if we can, we want to simplify ratios so that they are whole numbers. All right, so let's take a look at this. So here we've got 1/2 to 1. That's our first ratio I'm going to do. So I've got 6a. Let's go ahead and do that now. So 6a, I've got 1/2 to 1. Now I should state it doesn't matter which way round these actually go. It depends on what you're describing, which is where the order becomes important. But a ratio of 1/2 to 1 is fine if we can make this into a whole number. And the easiest way to make fractions into whole numbers is to look at the denominator. In this case, the denominator is a 2. And then to get rid of the denominator, we're going to multiply everything by 2. So that's our strategy. We're going to multiply. I'll put everything by 2. So I'm going to multiply 1/2 by 2. When I multiply 1/2 by 2, that was 1/2 times 2, or 2/1 if you like, that equals 1. So 1/2 then, if I multiply the 1/2 by 1, by 2, it becomes 1. Let's have a look then. So I've got 1/2 to 1. I'm going to multiply this by 2. I'm going to multiply this by 2. I have to multiply everything by 2. Well, we know 1/2 times 2 is going to become 1. 2. 1 times 2 is 2. So we know that a ratio of 1/2 to 1 is exactly the same as saying a ratio of 1 to 2. All right, let's take a look at another one. Okay, here we go. Let's go, these are really cool, these ones. What about C, 1/3 and 1/2? All right, so this one, oh, actually, I like B. We'll do B first, then we'll come back and do C. So B, 7, and the other one is 2/3. We've got 7, so this is 6b. We've got 7 to 2/3. Again, we say, well, the 7's fine on its own if this was a whole number, but it's not. So we look to the denominator. The denominator is 3, so we're going to multiply. I'll put mult everything by 3. So I'm going to multiply, here it is again, 7 to 2/3. I'm going to multiply this by 3 and this by 3. Well, whenever you multiply by the denominator just simply is cancelled. So I've got 7 times 3 is 21, 2, and then we'll be left with a 2 there. In other words, 7 to 2/3 is the same ratio as 21 to 2. Now, finally, let's just finish off by doing, and I saw this one down here, I really like this one. Here we've got fractions. In fact, I'll do that in the next video. Here we go, next video.